rivers and sea, I kind of think of eels. I once saw a dolphin eat an eel, which is a really slick introduction to my next guest. I want to invite to the sofa Peter Evans from Sea-Watch. Thank you, Peter. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You see what I did there? That was quite a link, even by my standards.
Yeah.
Look, you're here though because you are involved with Sea-Watch and you've been doing a pretty impressive survey of dolphins, and we all love dolphins. So tell us a little bit about what you've been up to.
We've been working on bottlenose dolphins now for over 20 years, and we've been monitoring their movements and identifying individual animals.
And this is locally. This is in
we've been doing this particularly in Cardigan Bay in West Wales. A little over 500 bottlenose dolphins live in the coastal waters of Britain, and more than half of these live in Welsh waters, particularly around Cardigan Bay.
So how do you know there's that many dolphins?
Yeah, we know this because we can recognise different individuals. We can recognise them by nicks in the dorsal fins, in the back trailing edge of the dorsal fins, okay. And they have a unique pattern which we can show you shortly.
Okay, have we got a picture of one of your dolphins here? And
yeah,
have a little look at the dorsal fin.
The ones we had just now were ones we saw earlier this summer. And here you can see two shallow sort of nicks there.
And what causes nicks like this?
Probably other males just biting at them. And these persist over quite a long time. They may acquire a few more new ones, but we've got some individuals we've recognised now and followed through for over 24 years.
Wow, wow. And this is quite low-key, low-tech, rather, not low-key.
Yeah.
It's definitely not low-key. Low-tech technique, isn't it? You're just photographing...
It is, yes. Just requires
dolphins.
A camera and a lens and a boat, usually, to go out and photograph them.
And what sort of stuff has it been telling us?
So we now know the life histories of quite a few of these individuals, but particularly excitingly was that in the last few years we've been expanding our study over a larger part of the Irish Sea, and we've been finding that a lot of these individuals that we thought were primarily resident within Cardigan Bay are not resident there. In fact, they're making long distance movements and on a seasonal basis.
Oh, right,
so
okay.
in the summer months they're particularly around Cardigan Bay, and then about 2/3 of the Cardigan Bay population moves up to Anglesey and beyond. Here's another animal, for example. You can see how different this one is to the last one. We give these names, or in fact, actually, we have an adoption scheme where we encourage children, particularly to have a sense of ownership for those, of guardianship for them, and we encourage them to name the animals. So they've given them all sorts of odd names. We have those Chris and Flint that we've just seen here, and then we've had another one, Riptorn, and all sorts of odd names like that. And these then are built up into a big catalogue. We have a catalogue here
it's like a phone book for dolphins.
Almost 400 animals now over the last 10 years.
So you've recorded where they're all found.
Yes.
So is this something anyone can do? So if you're out with a camera, you get a reasonable snap of a dolphin.
Anybody that has dolphins coming around the boat that they're in, can take pictures and could send us those pictures. They're really useful to us. And at the moment, we believe that the animals are going further afield than we found, up off the coast here, Lancashire, and further north in Solway Firth. Because we do have some sightings of them there, but we haven't got any photographs yet to actually be able to match them up with what we've seen down further south.
We've got a call to action then. So if you're out, you've got any good shots of dolphins, record where you see them and the date that they're seen on, and send in the photo to the website, which is linked to
Sea-Watch Foundation, and the links are all on
and it's all migrations. It's another migration, isn't it? We talk about migrations of birds, migrations of fish, and this is a mammal migration that's happening just off our shores. It's fantastic stuff. Thank you very much for coming in. That's absolutely brilliant. Round of applause for Peter, please. Thank you.